G'day everyone. It's that time of the month again. We've been busy. It's time for another company update, and might notice on the other side of the screen that it's not Dana this time. You've changed quite significantly. But in all seriousness, like we've got Fuzzy here, and you might notice that he's got a different branded T-shirt, and so we've got some exciting news to launch for the month. That Fuzzy, you're jumping on board and joining forces with us in the TSP Advisory. What? I knew you were crazy. I just didn't realise you were this crazy.
Yeah, I probably need the mind read, shouldn't I? Look, yes, it's probably a bit of news out there. It's obviously this is probably the piece that'll help make it go public. But yeah, it's James and I have had a good chat a couple of times, or a number of times, about how we and probably a couple of other people that'll soon come to light coming together to join forces into the TSP Advisory. 360 will sit behind the scenes, but that won't disappear. But yeah, look, it's we're all kind of busy. We all overlap in a number of areas, and it's like, instead of us all trying to look after and help a bunch of clients, and a bunch of partners, how can we do it together? So when James kind of suggested it, it's like, well, why not? Let's look at it, and we kind of work through the process again, doing a lot of almost a mini M&A for ourselves. But yeah, it's how do we come together? How do we impact as many clients in the way we want to, and work with a number of clients, and not try and have that same amount of overlap where we're kind of being inefficient, and how can we kind of work better together? So yes, this is kind of the first part of it, where it's again officially it's just us and Dana. But yes, there's a number of other people already working with us that'll come public in the coming weeks and months, and then and growing out what is the TSP Advisory. Instead of just being a couple of people, it's going to be a number of people, or a lot of people that'll join into what we're building, and what we're kind of I don't know, not really creating, but kind of building on top of.
So it's exciting. I know I've said for a long time that I had no plans of expansion, and here we are. And you never say never, but it's our long-term collaborations. Like, we've obviously known each other for well over a decade now, and
Yep.
since we've gone independent and doing the coaching and consulting and advisory stuff, we've kept close and shared insights behind the scenes, and
Referred work to each other, and sent clients, and even collaborated on a number of clients, and still do. There's quite a few clients we have in common that we work from different angles on.
It started to make sense, obviously, as the industry's changing a lot. The market's needing more help. We're getting old, Fuzz. You can see my white hair's coming out of me. There's been a need to help a lot more partners, and that it just made so much sense for us to start pulling our resources to have bigger impact than keep slogging it out on our own. I think it's a good example too of some leadership in the industry around like how to navigate these changes. You don't need to slog your guts out on your own. Be strategic, like we've gone through the process of discussing things. Can find creative ways to navigate the really choppy waters of our economy and the evolving markets by doing something different.
Yeah, I think a lot of partners try and do everything themselves, and I get it. There's an element of whether it's ego, or whether it's just that they don't think someone else can do it as well as they can, and that's fine. There's elements to that, but then there's also some really good businesses that have been around for a long time that have partners or multiple owners involved, and can drive forward. And again, you're not always at 100% on your game, so having a group of people around you that again, as you ebb and flow and run at different speeds and whatnot, you can drive things forward. And again, different skill sets. Like we already have that between us and between some of the other consultants, advisors in the company already. It's like we all have, there's complementary skill sets. There's some overlap, but there's also big differences. Again, some of the capability I have versus James versus other people that you'll find out about in the coming weeks and months, as we said. But yeah, there's different capabilities, and that complementary capability means we can actually do more and actually help businesses in different ways that each of us can't do it on an individual basis. So I think that's probably one of the big pieces of why it makes sense for both of us, I think, and for the why we're doing this.
I think, like most people, are sick of me, and I'm a very acquired taste. So having more people to actually choose from to get help as well is an important thing. Everyone relates to different people and have those different skill sets and different requirements, like you're talking about, and that diversity creates a lot more strength, a lot more options and opportunities for partners.
Yeah, and having someone that's out smiling and happy and whatnot's probably a good balance to the grumpy James.
Fuzz, you probably say I'm smiling on this video. Like it's taken Fuzz to join to give me something to smile about. So we're heading in a positive direction.
Classic.
I'm super excited for you to join, not just based on an experience in our relationship, but I think that complementary stuff you were talking about. Like we've been collaborating probably more overtly last 18 months and did some initiatives into the industry around the whole concept of transform and exit, and us actually coming together provides a lot more robust partner journeys that they'll go through their life cycle. We can start people at different points and help them all along the journey, and I think that's extremely unique. And the fact that we're coming together with the two most experienced consultants, advisors in the region, I'm excited to be able to pass that knowledge on to other people that have some experience, and then others that are going to start coming in that don't have the advisory consulting experience but have the lived experience in their roles. Whereas you can't get that anywhere else in the region. So I think that's quite exciting for me.
And I think, for me, it's not just doing stuff across Australia and New Zealand. I think it opens us up a little bit more into the APAC region. I know I've declined work in the US and Europe and whatnot just because there's enough work down here. But I'm hoping, again, not trying to get into those areas. We're not trying to expand. No, I'm not trying to expand into those areas, but there's a lot more that we can do in the Asia Pacific and APAC area that, again, we can help people mature. Again, you've talked about it, again, transform or exit for a couple of years, and okay, let's take that further. And how do people actually, what's that journey look like? And it's not necessarily for the M&A side of what we do, but it's like if they can transform their business and make more profitability, spend less time worrying about things, and again, leading their team and leading the people and leading their company, then again, it's just that maturity helps the industry, it helps the business, and they should actually make more profit out of that and have a much better life. And that's, again, a big piece of what we both try and do, just that we're probably more talking about it, or talking more publicly about it now.
I'll drag you onto more of these digital things, and you can take over me not having to go to events, so it's win-win. It's a good trade-off.
That's
Stay
right.
down here and be the grumpy bastard in Hobart.
That's right. Yeah, keep you locked in Tasmania, and that's right. I won't go through this because this is getting recorded. I won't go through all the things I'd normally say, but that's it's going to be a lot more fun and a lot more interest out there.
And I think to wrap up, we are, like you mentioned, there are going to be new things that are coming out, and obviously we're very present, and most people know who we are in the industry, and are really excited to help others start to get into play and helping partners, because there's a lot of experience that's been in the industry that's ready for a change, and there's a lot of partners that need help and need experienced leaders, and there hasn't been a methodology or opportunity to connect those two sides. So again, this is going to be a bit of a first in our region down here when we really get going.
Yeah, I can see a lot of even kind of business owners that are looking to exit, and what are they going to do next? And a lot of times they're not sure, but they've got again, as you mentioned, they've got a lot of skill, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of lived experience that can be worthwhile and can be utilized. So I can see, again, there's going to be elements of that and whatnot. People join us in the next 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. So yeah, outside of the core that we've already got and the people already joined behind the scenes that are not public yet. Yes, it's going to be. I think it's going to be an interesting few years and quite a bit of growth on our side.
And there's going to be huge growth in the industry as well, and this shift of demographics as a lot of the older owners exit, and there's can be some really fast-growing next-gen partners that will grow really fast in that 3 to 4 year period as well, that they're going to hit needing more help like what we provide than, say, a traditional growth trajectory of a lot of the traditional partners. So hopefully we're well positioned to help everyone through those different journeys and help, like you said, help some partners optimize and maintain their lifestyles that have a longer run and they're not going to exit in the next couple of years. So there's these different options, and our different capabilities and stuff are going to be able to help them.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be. It's already busy and exciting. I think it's only we're just kind of, just adding to that and adding more of it.
Oh, I did say you were crazy. I think you don't have to be crazy to work here, but I think it helps.
I'm just the right type of crazy.
It is. It is. We need to shake up, and the industry needs more help than ever. So I'm excited. And any final thoughts or comments from you before we wrap up?
No, look. Again, we're engaged with a bunch of people, a bunch of clients and partners already. I think, don't hesitate to reach out or reach out to James or I or either of us or through other partners that have worked with us. Again, a lot of what we do is private. We might talk about how we work with clients, but it's up to that client and their journey whether they're happy to talk about the fact that we've been involved or whatnot. But yeah, I think we have a bit of an impact to the industry already without people realizing it, and I think we can do more of that. But yeah, if you got anything you want to run past people or want a fractional type engagement, then yeah, definitely it's worth having a conversation.
And if we're not the right fit, we'll point you in the right direction.
Definitely, that's right.
Well, welcome aboard, Fuzz, and we'll be seeing a lot more of you in the branded shirts.
No, thanks, James. Looking forward to it, and thanks for the congratulations.
Well, everyone keep an eye out for more to come, and there's going to be a lot more news, a lot more resources, a lot more help available. So see how we go. Thanks,
Cheers.
Fuzz. See you next time.